Good evening, everyone. Hello. Okay, let's start. Hi, good evening. Please type your name in the chat for me. Hello, everyone. Okay.
Hello, teacher. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Okay, please also try to
Good
check
evening.
cameras if you can activate so you can see you and have a quality discussion today with you. I hope you're doing fine. So it's been a week I haven't seen you. Okay. Well, just to remind you, we are doing the week forum this week, right? This is the forum week, and you will participate in replies. Well, today is the last day for you to type your replies. And tomorrow you get back to the platform to check your posts. And below your post, you will see one or more replies. Okay, hopefully your classmates do not overwhelm you. Okay, I might also write some questions or some comments, so please also try to answer them. Well, if you do not have any question from me, that's fine. Well, you will still receive feedback. We still will have the sessions where you can ask questions and we can discuss. I have actually read your posts, and there are many interesting ideas that you share. So I really hope you learn from each other and you try to maybe not necessarily change your opinion, but agree to disagree or or disagree to agree. So in this case, trying to understand why something might be true or not true, in what way, and so on. So another thing that I would like to suggest to you, in order to be able to participate fully in a forum, you might need, when you check your forum, well, post, and you don't have any replies, well, I already gave you this advice before. Try to talk to someone and ask them to write the reply. Let's say tomorrow, if you see you have no replies and you cannot participate. So in order to count your participation, you would need to have someone who can give you a comment, additional information, suggestions, well, a reply below your post. For example, let me give you an example. Let's say Valeria checks the post tomorrow and there is no reply. So she can call Ana Marlene or Fernanda and say, you know what, could you please read my post? So give me some ideas or advice. What do you think about my post? What you can add to my ideas? I would really appreciate it. So having this communication, actually developing this skill of collaboration and communication would be just a great practice for you, okay? So don't be shy, keep in touch with each other and help each other. So I think I can start, but before we start with the session and some tasks that I prepared for you for reflection and maybe learning, sharing ideas, I would like to ask a general question. Are there any doubts or questions that you prepared for me or, well, for general discussion? Are there any? Hey, well, we
Yes,
will
teacher. I have a question.
get soon.
Um, yes. I see a lot of disculpe, compañeros that use the value, a word that is a value, like respect, responsibility, but that is not a moral value, right? It's
Uh,
more,
what do you mean?
it's more like I was watching, seeing the video. I see the video, and it says like the moral is like
Mhm.
you implement the value with your beliefs. So it's like an action, right?
Okay.
it has to be like a sentence. For example, my moral value is to always be respectful to people.
Exactly. But it is related to value or not?
Yes, respect.
Yes, respect. So respect is one of the values. And obviously, we get the idea of what respect for me. How do you respect, let's say, teachers? What is respect for you for the teacher? Okay. What is respect for you, like respecting younger children, okay, children, elderly people, okay, even from culture to culture, the respect might be different. Let me give you an example. When I came here to Mexico and I started teaching, and I saw this cultural thing, it was very new for me and difficult to be accustomed. Well, I saw many children, students hugging their teachers. Okay. So for you, okay, morally and maybe ethically, it would be okay. Okay, depending on the institution. Would you hug a teacher because it's a way of greeting, right? You hug, you kiss, and it's okay, right? According to my beliefs and according to my culture, it is disrespectful. Okay, even in what way? Not because you hug the teacher. I would be happy if you hug me. I would be like, wow, they hug me, they like me. Well, so it's like a positive thing. Or I could be even like Warren. I mean, if it's a boy and he's hugging me, I mean, that would be like sexual harassment, you know. I would be like worried about this situation. And besides, and it's not only disrespectful to a teacher, it might be disrespectful to other students. Okay, because if I let you hug me, we might have a special relationship. And if I do not hug other students, that is not appropriate. Okay, I would need to hug everyone, because if I just hug 5 students because they are too friendly and they love me and they always come and hug me, and I do it in front of them, so that would be against morality. Well, depending on the culture. I mean, do you understand, Jesus, what I mean?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. So, well, if you have another example, you can also provide another example of something that you had in mind.
It's just I was like I have this little doubt that, for example, in the forum people write like my moral value is respect, and I was like, and in my post I write my moral value is to be respectful to people, to people.
Okay.
Okay, so and in the video that you, the link that you post in the model, it says like values are one thing and moral is another thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my doubt, that like you can use you can say my moral value is respect.
Mm-hmm. That's actually, yes, my value is, let me add, someone is coming. Okay. So value is something that everybody has. And well, respect probably will be one of the most common values that everybody has, right? But more depending on the situation, it will be immoral or moral, okay? Good or not good to do, okay? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So, well, maybe if somebody says that my moral value is respect, but if they continue the sentence and explain what they mean, that's what I ask you to do. Because sometimes when you state your ideas, they are confusing or not clear. But if you continue writing and explaining, giving examples, that actually what you get your point across, right? And I do not punish. That's right. Obviously, if you just write moral value is this and that's it, then it was not clear. What do you mean? What is that, right? So I hope well, thank you for letting me know. But yeah, I noticed that. But as they keep their writing and they give their examples, so still you have chance to improve, and we're going to work on that. Actually, we also learned about moral codes, so we will talk about them a lot also as like in the following sections. And you know that this is a set of agreements. Let's say if we talk about moral codes at school and education, that will be a set of agreements, right? What is good at school, right, might not be good. Or let's say what is good in your house, right? In your, as a personal value, might not be correct or moral or good at home, right? So we will have an example about like moral issue and just like in this session, okay? And we will discuss, we'll see the difference, okay? So are there any other questions? No? Thank you, Anna, for letting me know. And then we can continue. I think you should be able to see my screen. So I would like you to read this. So we have this as a kind of definition, right? And let's see how you understand it and if you agree with this. Let me go with the list. And we have the first one, Maciel. Could you do that, please? Could you read it? Let me put it bigger.
Yes, now I can. Because of moral values, people do good or evil according to their definition of what good and evil is.
Okay, so how do you understand? What are moral values?
I understand that moral values start within yourself because you decide what's good and what's bad. What depending on if it's going to benefit you or if you have that value with your family, you have acquired your value in society or family, for example.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I have another like follow-up questions. Well, we would talk about values as it comes from values. Have you ever met a person who doesn't have values? Is this kind of person exist? Are there anybody who doesn't have values?
I don't think so, teacher. I think everyone has values because I've seen that some values are not good. I mean, not all of them are good. So they think, or they might think that they are having respect for somebody, but in their own way. So that is why it says, I mean, it might be that it's evil.
For somebody, it might be evil, right? Like me, I was looking at students hugging other teachers and thinking like, that's not good. What's going on at this school, right? So this how actually we can look. Very good. That's what we got, the main point, that everybody has values. There is no person who doesn't have values. Excellent. Let's continue. I have tricky questions, so I really would like you to participate. So the next question is, what do you refer to when you say he, she is a bad doctor? Okay, let's see. I have another in the list, Aleida. Very interesting name, Aleida. What do you think, Aleida?
Hi, I think that when you refer, or all of us refer to she is or he is a bad doctor, is when we don't like the way that he works. Maybe he is a good doctor, but we don't like them. But I think it's, I don't know, it's not correct.
With the word,
okay.
with the word work, what do you mean work? Like they treat you as a doctor, like professionally or like personally? What do you mean work? How they work?
Yeah, and the way that he works or she works, because sometimes some doctors don't take serious their job. Like for example, one time I go to Similares and he told me that I have something that doesn't really have so much importance, and he gave me medicine and that was all. But then I was getting worse and worse, and I get to
So basically you refer to the profession. He
An
does
operation. So he, excuse me, I don't listen. Sorry.
Sorry for interrupting. I thought you finished. So you mean if they do not give you appropriate treatment, you refer to the doctor as a bad doctor. So bad doctor would be the one who doesn't give you appropriate treatment. Treatment professional, because his treatment is to cure your health, like the problem, right? The disease.
Well, yeah, is his work. So I think all of,
Okay, let's imagine a situation that this doctor is the best doctor in the city or country. Okay, he gives you like 100%, let's say, quality treatment as a doctor. So which means that you will be cured. The operation, like the surgery they do will be perfect. But the treatment, personal treatment, is not welcoming, or let's say he's not smiling. He's very serious. He might be even seem rude the way he's describing your situation. What would you say? Would it be this doctor bad doctor?
It depends on the point
Yes,
of view.
I think,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes. Okay. What about? Well, I have a hand up. I have Eddie who wanted to say. Eddie, would you agree this doctor would be a bad doctor?
Well, as like you said, in the professional way, he is a very good doctor, but in his personality, we will refer to him as a bad doctor because his personality, but not because he's a bad doctor. I mean, he's a bad, but he's a doctor.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Kind of thing
that will
bad,
be
but
like,
bad. He's good, but not good. Have you seen
Yeah.
a film series Good Doctor on Netflix or other platforms? Anybody? Anna Marlene, have you seen
I've seen it.
Yes, I have a lot of
I
them.
like it.
Watching medical TV series.
Yeah, me too.
That's why maybe we consider doctors, actual doctors, as good or bad because we try to make them act the way that we watch on TV. So I think being a good or a bad doctor or any other kind of profession, it depends on the perspective and the context that you are gonna give to that profession or to that specific person, actually.
Okay, interesting. Okay, well, let's continue. I have another question. And well, I would like you to answer this question. What do you refer to when you say he, she is a bad actor? Okay, let's see, Adriana. Adriana, what do you think?
I say that when like the person doesn't get involved with the character that he or she is interpreting.
So again, it's a professional acting, right? They do not know how to act. They are bad actors, right? Okay, any other ideas? No? Okay, well, actually, you see the examples of Jennifer Lopez and Emma Watson. I hope you recognize them. Actually, Emma Watson, the one that is casting as Hermione in the Harry Potter film series. Yeah, a beautiful girl and seems so nice and friendly. But you know what? She's in the list of the worst actors and the top 10.
No.
No, right? She's my favorite too. So why? Because people do the way she works with people, right? That makes her be a bad actor. She treats the cast and crew the way like they would be invisible for her, right? Well, that is according to the article. I have never met her in person, so I don't know how she really acts, but that's according to article. So she treats people like they're invisible. Or talking about Jennifer Lopez, we know her very well, right? And she's the most demanding actor. She would just leave the scene if she doesn't like something or something is not suitable for her demands. I mean, simple things that she needs, during the session of her action. If it's not there, well, then I see your replies. So then, yes, she's considered the worst actor to work with. Okay, so you see, well, that would be referred to also to the personality. Okay, I have another question. We're going to continue. What do you refer to when you say he, she is a bad teacher? Here we go. Come to something more interesting. And I would like to have the next in the list. Let me see, because I already scrolled it down. Fernanda?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Oh, what do you do?
When he doesn't explain well the class.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so explaining it refers to the profession. If the teacher know the methodology, right? In this course, I hope you had chance to learn already some methods or teaching strategies. I'm not
When when he just get us the material to do homework or something like that.
When the teacher you
Just
and doesn't have the structured class and doesn't explain or doesn't have these parts to check the understanding and so on, right? So, well, it still refers to the profession, to the way they teach, right? Okay, are there any other ideas?
Maybe it's because they are mean. They are not, how would I say?
Attitude, that would be personal.
Yeah, their attitude it's incorrect. They're teachers, they're supposed to get to the level of their students.
Okay.
And worry about their feelings and their thoughts.
Okay, so let's get to the next question. So we're going to answer yes or no to this question. Do bad teachers exist?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Can you give me an example of a bad teacher from your life? Anybody who would like to? I think it was Michelle. What was it you, Michelle?
Well, I think that I used to have a teacher that he doesn't bring us trust on him. So we never feel comfortable to ask for a question because we thought he will be mean with us.
Okay, mean, you mean like he would just say, he would not give you the answer?
Yes.
Uh-huh, okay. All right, thank you. Okay, any other examples? No? Okay. Well, I'm going to share with my personal experience also in my personal opinion. I'm a very lucky person that after hearing many examples from my students and experiences they live and also opinions of other teachers about what is referred to good or bad teacher, I would say for me, I have never met a bad teacher. Okay, I cannot say that I had chance to meet a favorite teacher in my life, but well, there are many teachers that I liked and that I learned from, and many things I like about them. Okay, so but for me, I would say bad teachers do not exist because I have never met bad teachers. What I mean is that I met teachers, let me move to my slide, who actually do not have their professional skills developed. For example, they are not developing as teachers. And as we mentioned before, being developed as a teacher refers not only to know your subject, right? Let me make it bigger. Not only know your subject, but also use or let's say follow a code of ethics or this moral code that we will discuss, right? So, and develop all necessary skills. Okay, so teaching, being teacher, just speaking English doesn't make you a teacher. So here comes the problem. If I speak English and I teach it because I'm a Mexican who speaks perfectly English because I was born there in the United States or English speaking country and just came here and teach. But basically, I don't know methodology. I don't know the strategies of teaching. It doesn't really, well, that's what I think. It doesn't make me a bad teacher, but it makes me not professional teacher. Okay, so it's like amateur, right? The same as talking about photographer. We cannot say the photographer is a bad photographer if he's amateur, right? If he's doing it for fun and, well, somebody wants to buy, pay for it, well, why not, right? So what is important on becoming a professional teacher? Obviously, it's being literate, managing yourself, right? Managing your personal values, professional ethical, follow professional ethical principles, staying well, managing information and thinking, being numerate, being creative, working with others, which is collaboration, communication, right? And this actually a part of as we discussed in critical and creative thinking, 21st century skills that are very important in these times to develop critical, creative thinking, collaboration, and communication. Okay, so, well, that's my experience and that's my opinion, but I'm pretty sure that, well, if you had bad experience, that will stay, right? If you have a bad experience with a doctor, you will call him a bad doctor, right? And the same happens with the teacher. So, well, let's continue. Anyway, so as we agreed, everybody has values, right? So we can even say that bullies have values. Teen gang members have values. The only thing is that they just hold values that are different from mine or yours, right? Let's say if talking about the same situation, teacher, maybe that teacher valued more money, right? And if the teachers are not well paid, and we know that is the general problem, and well, that person probably might not want to teach. Just take your homework and that's it. They don't even pay me, or my payment is very low. If I lose the job, I don't really care. So I might not value my job. I might care only about money. So, well, that's the values you hold to. And, well, each person aligns to their values every day, and we can see them, right? We can see what their values are. Okay. I have another question. Get ready. And why personal ethical principles important? Actually, we had this part also in reading material. And so why do you think they are important? I have another person in the list, is Indira Lisbeth.
Yes, I'm here.
So what do you think? Why personal ethical principles important?
I don't know. I think that it's very connected to the universal values that is in every part of the world, and yeah, it's something that every people have to have. That's it.
How do they help in our professional life? Do they help anyhow?
Yes, they're very important in our personal, in our personal life and professional, in every aspect of our life.
Okay, thank you very much. Adi, you wanted to add something?
Yes, teacher. Now I was gonna say that was my conclusion after all this class. I had wondered something. That's why you asked us in the task to talk about the personal and professional aspects of a moral code.
Mhm.
Now I get it. That's why, because our personal values can be also judged from a personal point of view or a professional point of view, and that will affect literally both,
Exactly.
in my belief.
Okay, yes. Actually, it affects a lot of things. And you had in the reading material several sections, right? So as they are important because they allow leaders to lead their teams more effectively, right? These people are more trusted if we follow our ethical principles. For example, let me give you an example. If I always come late to class, right? Am I developing a trust to my students, or am I developing a good value in my students? So obviously, students will be more confident or more comfortable work with the teacher who comes on time, who is ready, who is waiting for them, right? And students always try to be on time because they see that this is the value, right? Or professional ethical principle of this teacher to be on time. So this teaches also other people to lead the leader, okay? And obviously have more effective work, right? More productive. Okay. We also had the point that it instills a sense of trust and support in leaders, right? So that's actually, if we show our personal ethical principles, that's actually where the students will always be coming to you, talking to you, and not be afraid as who was it, Valeria? Or I don't remember who said that students were afraid to ask questions. I mean, this is the first thing, has to be between the teacher and student communication, right? You should be welcomed to ask any kind of questions and receive the answer, right? If you're not happy with the answer, you should keep not be afraid, keep asking, right? The clarification. So obviously, it also improves the decision-making process, set a standard of behavior, and also supports the motivation. Okay. And well, just to be more like going back kind of, what do you think influences personal ethics? What influences? I have Ichel. Ichel,
Yes, teacher.
what do you think influences personal ethics?
I think our family and friends,
Okay, anything else?
the school, our teachers,
Teachers.
and that's it.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a hand. Very good. Thank you, Chad. Yes, school, teachers, friends, people we know, our classmates, media, and even religion, right? So the ethics is kind of related, right, to religion as well, and the media as well influences. So what about professional ethics? What influences professional ethics? I have the next one in the list, Israel.
Yes, teacher. What influences professional ethics?
Exactly.
I don't know, but it can be like the way how we are, like, or maybe how we have been in our whole life, maybe at home or maybe at school, or maybe if you like the job that you are, or the way that you're working at. So maybe if you like it, you're gonna have like, so you are very interested in that place, like, because if you talk me, if you say like professional ethics, the first word that come into my mind is work or workplace. So I can say that if you are in a workplace and you really like it, so that is going to influence the way you are in that place. So that is what I think that can influences what can influence your professional ethics.
Excellent. Thank you, Israel. Actually, you're totally right. There are two factors, personal and background. As you say, personal factors, well, you can see that it consists of, as a category of individual motivation, the tendency, interpersonal interactions. So basically, it comes from our personal ethics. So the professional ethics cannot exist, or wouldn't ever exist, if we hadn't had any personal ethics, right? So in order to create anything that we talk about, like code of ethics or moral code, right? This all comes from our personal beliefs, right? Our personal ethics and morals. And then obviously, if we talk about professional, that comes to the agreement and it established in the institution. And even it can be changed through the time, right? What might be ethical, okay, or moral nowadays might be immoral, or let's say in the past, sorry, what was moral or ethical in the past might be immoral or not ethical nowadays. So it can change, okay? So the same as you say, background factors and like the role of function, how you work, function of the teachers, environment, right? All these, the ethics, professional ethics will depend on the workplace, as you say, work, right? Okay, and just to give you an example and like going maybe a little bit more about morals, okay? And I give you a question just to see how it changed through the time. Let's say in past, have you ever heard your parents? Okay, I'm so sorry. We have just 1 minute. And I would like you to come back to the session. We will have, well, to finish it. And we will talk more about this question. So I will see you in a minute, okay? The same link. Okay, guys? Thank you.
Okay.